Welcome everyone to our webinar, as you can see on the slide, on Next Gen Commerce Winning with Content in 2024. We're going to start by introducing ourselves and StoryStream for anyone who doesn't know us. So I'm Charlotte, I'm the Senior Marketing Manager here at StoryStream, looking after all things marketing, as my title suggests. So everything from our socials, email to website to webinars just like this. And I'm really excited today to be joined by Jade. So Jade.
Yes, hi everybody. Really nice to be here. My name is Jade Burnham and I'm a customer success manager at StoryStream. I specialize in user-generated content and live video shopping, working with a wealth of brands across the e-commerce space, including beauty, fashion, grocery, and also dabble in a bit of automotive as well.
Great. And as well, for those of you who don't know, we work for StoryStream. Now, StoryStream help brands to create next generation user-generated content and social commerce experiences that inspire and convert. So we help to solve the challenge of converting more of today's social media savvy shoppers who are seeking that authentic user-generated content and video content to be inspired and really see what products look like in real life when they're buying online. Now, our AI-powered platform can help to crowdsource this content from a brand's community and turn it into these highly engaging, shoppable experiences. Today, we're going to explore the big challenges in marketing happening in 2024. So imagine we're at a crossroads where human connection is meeting smart technology. Now, it's an exciting time where marketing can be more personal and real, and where artificial intelligence can play a role. So we're going to dive into some of the new ways companies are standing out by being true to themselves and how they're using AI smartly. As mentioned before, we have a Q&A section in the Zoom. So if you have any questions throughout, please do pop them in there and we will get to them at the end. So just briefly, to give you an introduction to what we're going to cover, just 7 short sections on the essence of human-centric marketing, the revolutionary role of AI in marketing, that hot topic right now, achieving the balance between human authenticity and AI, the brands at the forefront of this, and your blueprint for success in 2024, followed by a Q&A. So to kick things off, we're going to start with the essence of human-centric marketing. So the power of relatable content is shaping the narratives of successful brands. Content that audiences find relatable is gaining higher engagement rates and creating deeper brand loyalty.
Yeah, and this approach really is redefining the essence of brand consumer relationships. So placing that high value on genuine, relatable interactions. And actually 62% of consumers do find UGC, user-generated content, the most trustworthy versus other traditional forms of brand content, which really showcases that demand for authenticity in marketing itself. So whilst just 9.6% of respondents ranked influencer content as the most authentic and trustworthy, it really does show that shift in consumer behaviors and attitudes towards UGC and more authentic forms of content. And really, from my experience as well, this is a pattern that I'm really seeing in this space when we're testing and evaluating the success of assets in organic and paid social across the website as well. The statistics really do shine for themselves when other assets are tested here.
Thanks, Jade. And I think just to back this up even more, authenticity equals positivity. So the results of the question, when browsing social media, which factors contribute to the most positive experience with brands, in our survey that we held late last year, found that 67% of consumers reported a positive experience when they perceived a brand as authentic, and 61% have a positive experience when they find a brand relatable. Now, this really just showcases the importance of creating content that not only resonates with your audience's real life experiences, but drives that deeper engagement and brand loyalty. So now we're going to come on to the revolutionary role of AI in marketing. Now, entering 2024, we're at a turning point in marketing, driven by the surge in AI, generative AI, and this shift is redefining how we personalize content and engage with customers. It's really making the way for a new era of marketing strategies. And so we're going to explore some of this transformative impact of AI. So AI is transforming marketing landscape, creating endless opportunities for personalization, content optimization. And McKinsey's global survey actually found in 2023 that there was an explosive growth of Gen AI. I mean, I don't think we needed McKinsey's survey to tell us that, because I'm sure we were all inundated with things. And that's just really backed up here by a third of all organizations have already integrated Gen AI across their business functions. And this was just 1 year since their release. So it just really shows the speed at which we're growing with AI. And to further back this up, 40% of businesses are set to increase their investment in AI for 2024. So that's nearly half of all businesses investing in AI. I don't think we'd have thought this is where we'd be a few years back. Now, Gartner predicts scarily that by 2026, 80% of creative talent will use Gen AI to achieve different results, to do more with less, because Gen AI really promises to increase productivity and cost savings. I'm sure you're all, fully aware of that in your day jobs if you're using AI, but now we're going to come on to, more of those use cases.
Yeah, so exactly as Charlotte was saying, there is this revolutionary shift towards AI and Gen AI at the moment, and it's clear that it's here to stay. So yeah, let's explore how this technology is actually applied. So the statistics really do paint a picture of this rapidly evolving landscape where AI is now here and shaping our day-to-day. And from personalization to efficiency, I suppose, the use cases of AI in marketing are really varied. Let's delve into some of these applications and see how AI is making its mark, and not only a tool used for creating images and text as you might think, but how AI can be used in a magnitude of ways. So for instance, the key one that I wanted to shout about today was all around personalized customer experiences. Personalization is a massive trend at the moment, and of course, because of the return that we're seeing in terms of those conversion and revenue attributes to this form of marketing as well. AI enables brands to provide those highly personalized shopping experiences and tailors those recommendations to individual customer preferences. And I'll chat through some examples of how brands are doing this in the space in a few slides' time. I also wanted to talk about how AI helps organize and enhance customer content and quality. And of course, StoryStream, if you're familiar, is one way that we can help leverage UGC and help out in this way. So with StoryStream, our AI assistant is named Aura, and Aura really helps aid brands in organizing the content, namely user-generated content, but also brand assets and other forms of content as well, identifying the highest quality images within that pool and enabling you to then set up tags, specific image requirements, so that you can find content that really resonates with your brand and your customers. So for example, whether you're seeking an image of a product on a beach, as this example shows, Aura can certainly do that and identify the attributes that you need to target the customers that are important to you. So just having a little deep dive into this example that we've got on screen at the moment, you can see Aura doing the hard work here, identifying that this image is outdoor, man-made, sunny day, and if these are attributes that you're looking for in your images, it's super easy to then create the filters to find more of this. And for those doing their due diligence, we also help filter out the best content that, of course, meets all of your privacy and compliance, so that we've got 4 big ticks there as well. Cool. And also one way that we can talk about Gen AI is, of course, by surfacing some really interesting stats. I've got some stats here from just last year talking about how AI is being used at the moment. Probably no surprise in that top spot, AI tools are being used for content creation, with 76% of respondents saying that they're using AI in their content creation when it comes to marketing, copywriting, sitting in that second spot, followed by helping inspire creative thinking, analyzing market data, and generating asset images as well. So really here, GenIA is demonstrating its role to help produce scalable content, crucial in that marketing content relevance, and to continue to engage audiences too. And then also in terms of the insights and behavioral prediction, we all know that insights and analytics underpin so much of what we do as marketers, and the fact that AI can help analyze that all important consumer data and help identify some insights and actionable next steps is also very important as we want to make the most of our time and also adjust our strategies and product offerings to become better and meet those customer expectations too.
Great. Thanks so much, Jade. So now we really want to take you through some of these real life applications of all the above things that we just talked about. So to kickstart, we wanted to talk you through Sweaty Betty, who's actually a customer of StoryStream, and they're using AI for curation. So for organizing all of their UGC and finding high quality content. So their approach to sharing authentic customer stories has proven to be really effective. So they use StoryStream's patent pending AI capabilities to categorize content according to different criteria. You might have seen in the demo that we shared a few slides back that we had some streams, or well, we call them streams or folders at the side, which AI can help you to organize content into. We also have a rights management workflow, which ensures that every piece of UGC that's sourced can have a rights request and then can be legally used. So Sweaty Betty have utilized all these functions and really shown a commitment to authenticity and showcasing diversity through their UGC. Now, this has really helped them to connect with their customer, and this is shown through the results. So they've seen a plus 25% increase in conversions, but also increased average order value by 18%, which really does show the power of authenticity and how you can use AI to help you with that.
Yeah, that's really, really interesting. Thanks for sharing that. I also wanted to share some examples of things that I've seen in the wild. So from my personal experience, having a scroll on the ASOS app, I think ASOS does personalization really, really well. You only need to log into the app to see other items that you might want to purchase based on your previous shopping habits. And this really is the way of the future. So yeah, here with ASOS, there are a couple of different integrations that they have that I've been seeing on their app, including various machine learning tools here, Fit Assistant, and these various widgets which explain what you might be interested in next. And this is all done using AI, I believe, using personalized experiences, offering those personalized experiences that make customers like myself want to purchase and also less likely to return an item as well. So ASOS is doing this by forecasting those customer personalizations, recommendations, and demand and logistics. So there's a lot going on here, which obviously really enhances that customer experience for people like myself. And then moving on to another example, I had a great little play around with the Shiseido virtual skincare consultation. We know virtual try-ons are not a new thing, and there are a lot of brands doing this super well so that you can try on products using the AI tool, whether that be a new hair color, a mascara, or a lipstick. But I wanted to showcase Shiseido's virtual skincare consultation, which really interestingly helps provide personalized beauty recommendations, leveraging AI to analyze individual preferences, your skin conditions that it's able to identify. And it does this by comparing images to over 30,000 images of real people. And of course, recommends you some really lovely products at the end if you wish to buy them.
Great. I think there's some really interesting examples, and it's not just, AI as we see it in the creative space in terms of Gen AI and creating images or recommendations. It's using AI to recommend products, to recommend clothes, to gather UGC and sort it into folders to get high quality content and get a diverse rated content. So I think it's really, really exciting to see these these use cases of AI. So now we want to go into, how do we achieve balance between for brands with human authenticity and AI transparency? So making sure that brands can use AI to, help them perhaps to do more with less, but to keep that human authenticity with their customers, to make sure they're still resonating with them.
Yeah, I'm super glad that you mentioned that. I think it's a really, really important part of everything that we're talking about today. We've spoken about the fact that this landscape is ever evolving, and really this is the next gen commerce. But as you said, finding that balance between AI's capabilities and brands still offering what we're calling a genuine and human connection is really crucial. And in fact, people are going to be searching for that more given what's going on at the moment in the industry. So our upcoming blog in AI and marketing, which is coming up very soon, talks a little bit more about this in detail, and also talks about how brands can predict and meet consumer needs in real time using AI, and how AI can be used as a way to elevate customer experiences to new heights. But actually, as we've been saying here, the essence of brand storytelling still remains a core responsibility for marketers like ourselves, and is a really important way to maintain core brand values and authenticity throughout. And with the projections suggesting that AI will influence nearly 90% of digital ad campaigns by 2027, which is really quite mad, the need for ethical AI use and transparency, it really is more pronounced than ever.
So, with the potential of AI in content creation being clearly undeniable, and every day we're seeing updates or new releases from more Gen AI tools advancing their image creation software like DALL-E, Midjourney, OpenAI. Plus, we see more brands integrating AI into their offering. If you think just some of the tools I work with, see AI integrate with Canva, HubSpot, SalesLoft. So you really can't move for Gen AI. So the landscape is really vast. But these tools enable brands to produce engaging content that reflects real-time consumer feedback, yes. However, this technological advancement underscores the necessity for more transparency in AI usage. The integration of Gen AI in marketing strategies should be approached with caution. So brands need to be transparent with their use of AI, as well as integrate more user-generated content into their strategies to protect their brands from deception unleashed by AI. Now, I love this quote. It's from Emily Weiss at Gartner. She's really trying to make sure that brands make sure that they're connecting with their customers and keeping their authentic voice, because customers want brands that they resonate with and that they feel their values align with. Our survey in late 2023 actually found that 94% of consumers want more transparency and regulation around the use of AI. And additionally, 58% would be more likely to trust a brand that openly discloses its use of Gen AI technology. And why this is important, so I thought it was really crucial to show this statistic, because 89% of consumers will remain loyal to a brand they find trustworthy and authentic. And what content do they find authentic? So they find UGC authentic. So as Gartner said, brands really need to be integrating this into their strategies in order to protect themselves from that deception unleashed by AI. So this stat is really, really prominent. I mean, 90% of consumers are actively seeking UGC before they make a purchase. So it's really showing that AI, yes, can be great in some elements, but that user-generated content still comes out as king or queen. So now we're going to go into your key strategies to succeed in 2024.
Yeah, so as we navigate through this landscape of marketing in 2024, which I'm really excited about, a critical balance between the innovative capabilities capabilities of AI that we've spoken about, as well as that power of human authenticity really emerges as that pivotal part of everybody's strategy. So we're going to share these key 4 points, which will hopefully be super helpful for you, drawing upon our insights and case studies to guide success. So the first one here around embracing personalized experiences through AI. We've touched upon this today. Utilizing AI to personalize customer experiences is no longer optional and really is important to drive a successful website strategy. As demonstrated by brands like ASOS and Shiseido, who I spoke about today, AI's ability to tailor interactions to individual preferences really elevates that customer journey. Logging onto that ASOS app, as I showed just now, really just demonstrates how relative content that connects with yourself really entices you to then make that purchase. And that applies to everyone. And I also did want to mention that every touch point, in order to make it feel really designed, has to be thought out really carefully in terms of the content that you're using. And of course, UGC is a great way to do that as well. And personalization not only enhances the customer satisfaction, but it also drives loyalty and engagement too. Really important KPIs for many of us.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, just to back that up, we've got our next point around, curation with AI and amplifying authenticity with user-generated content. So from our Sweaty Betty example, Sweaty Betty's successful integration of UGC, helped by StoryStream's AI capabilities, has illustrated, the impact of authenticity on brand performance by organizing and showcasing diverse customer stories. Sweaty Betty was able to boost conversions by 25% and average order by 18%. So it just illustrates how they were able to deepen their connection with their customer and really show the return on investment of that.
Yeah, definitely. I suppose that leads us on to analytics and how important that is underpinning everybody's strategy. And AI helps, of course, provide those actionable insights and analysis of data, which really is a key to helping us all anticipate what's coming next in terms of consumer needs and adapt our strategies in real time. I think this agility that we talk about is really crucial for staying ahead in this super competitive market and allowing brands to respond really swiftly to what's coming up in the industry in terms of trends and also consumer preferences as well.
Yeah, so I think, it's clear that AI is here and it's here to stay. But, the point that we made around prioritizing transparency and ethical AI use is really crucial. So AI is clearly becoming integral. But 94% of consumers want that transparency from brands on their AI use. So they want brands that are upfront about their AI initiatives and what they're doing. I think particularly around Gen AI images, I think it's quite scary, really. You don't know what's real and what's fake sometimes. So yeah, disclosing AI usage, will help to build that trust, which we know is so paramount for customers, and to help a brand remain authentic and trustworthy. Great. So we're a little ahead of time, which is surprising. I think Jade and I thought we'd definitely take longer, but we probably assumed this would be around 30 to 40 minutes. So you will get some time back at the end. But we've now got a little question time. So I can see a couple questions now. So I've got the first one here, which I think might be right up your street, Jade. So it says, how can AI help with customer segmentation?
So yeah, thinking about this from a StoryStream lens, I suppose, takes us back to a couple of slides ago when we were talking about StoryStream's ability to filter content and identify attributes in the image. So with StoryStream, we can create various streams or folders which collate content based on your guidelines or identifiers. So for example, if you are running a campaign at the moment, you're targeting women between the age of 30 and 40, for example, we can set up segmentation that brings in content based on those attributes for you, making it really easy for you to then serve that up to customers on landing pages, websites, ads, and the rest. So that's what comes to mind for me. Hopefully that answers that question.
Yeah, do let us know if not. You can also pop a message in the chat. But I think that sounds great, Jade. So we've got another one here. As a brand, how can I get high quality user generated content? Jade, again, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, I can do. So, yeah, high quality user generated content. So with StoryStream, we're pulling in UGC from various different sources. And of course, it is different variations of quality. We get some really high quality content that really hits the nail on the head for brands. And it's really important that we are filtering out the best of that content to basically remove the legwork. So the AI is able to identify quality scores and attributes. So it will give each image a quality score out of 100, and then we can set parameters to bucket content based on those parameters as well. We have another option as well, which is content collation via direct upload. And it's actually a super popular way of collating content from customers directly. And using this means you can be a little bit more prescriptive over what content you would like to collate. So if you are seeking to collate content from customers via newsletters, perhaps you've done the email send to some of your most engaged segments, you can include a direct upload link, which is a StoryStream hosted link that will enable you to collate content. And here, as I said earlier, you can really determine what you're looking for by giving customers guidance in terms of quality, background, product, etc. as well, which will help with making that content super relevant.
Yeah, that's great. And I think we had a great example of this with Peacocks, who they actually used our direct upload feature to get content from customers in store. So they implemented QR codes into their changing rooms. So if someone really loved their outfit that they tried on, they could, as many of us do, take a selfie in the changing room and then scan the QR code and directly upload the content to the StoryStream platform for the Peacocks team to review and choose which content was then featured on their inspiration gallery on their website and their homepage gallery. So just really great way for them to get more high quality content as well. I really loved that activation. So last but not least, I can see one question here around how can I be transparent about our brand's use of AI? So great question. So I'd say as a first and foremost, to always use image disclaimers. So where generative AI has been used to alter or create images, I think it's always good to say this image was created with DALL-E, this image was created by Midjourney. You might have seen throughout the presentation that where I had created an image with Gen AI, I'd put a little disclaimer on there. I think that is the first and foremost thing you can do, because I think that's where most of the deception comes from. Now, I guess it's at your business's discretion, because there's currently no regulation around this, whether you go one step further and, in your T's and C's and in your About Us section on your website, whether you disclose, which AI tools you are using. But I would say most deception comes from Gen AI created images. So I would start with image disclaimers as first and foremost. Great. So unless any other questions come into the chat before the end of the session, I just wanted to conclude and say a huge thank you for Jade for joining me today. Jade's blog on AI marketing is coming out in a couple weeks, and in a couple weeks, no, it should come out within the next week. I lie. So yeah, you can be on the edge of your seat waiting for that. It is really interesting and goes into the detail more around, what ASOS and Shiseido are doing, and what's happening with AI in marketing through some of the topics you've seen us talk about today. But I just wanted to conclude by saying the key takeouts for me to give to you would be, balancing AI and human connection. So yes, utilize the AI tools and capabilities that are out there, but really make sure you're resonating with your customers' values, and keeping that human connection. That brand customer connection is still more important than ever. And the way you can do that is with user-generated content and stories, and really showing your customer you understand them. I think the likes of Sweaty Betty have done that really well with their diverse range of content that they're showcasing on their website. And then ASOS and Shiseido's different applications of AI in terms of how they recommend products, I think are really interesting use cases for personalization. So yeah, they're my key takeouts, and here are all our contact details on screen. I will share this with you afterwards, but thank you very much for taking the time on this Wednesday morning to join us.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.